Nice.
Oh, hello. We didn't see you there. Welcome to the Sewlebrity Soft Pants Stitch-In. I'm Pam. I'm joined today by my co-host Lynn.
Hi everyone, and I'm gonna fangirl because like our guest today is like one of my favorite all-time quilters, so I'm fangirling a little bit on this one.
Okay, well, tell everyone who she is.
Judi Madsen. I know. I'm so excited. So I took a class from Judy, I don't know, a couple years ago at Paducah, and some of the best classes I've ever had. Awesome quilting classes. So I'm so excited she's joining us today. Hi, Judy.
Hello. I'm so glad you have me. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about what you do in the quilting world and a little background.
Oh my word. Okay, so sometimes I think, what don't I do? I'm like stretching a lot of different avenues in the quilting area. So as far as what I do, I'm a designer, an author, a teacher, quilter, long arm quilter, all that. And I also own a business, we sell fabric and all that. So how did I get started? It was kind of a hobby. One of those hobbies where your husband says, stop buying fabric or start making money. And so that was kind of my like, okay, we got to do something. I really liked to piece quilts and I thought, oh, this would be really awesome to become a not fabric designer. No, I don't want to do that. Anyway, I did at one point. However, be a pattern designer, and I figured that would be the best way for me to continue to buy my fabric. As you can see, I have a problem, as you both do. So,
maybe more of an opportunity than a problem.
Yeah,
right.
I admit to having a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah. So anyway, I started like peddling my patterns a long time ago. Probably, my daughter's 12, so I'm gonna say 14 years ago, like long time ago. And at one point, I had done a couple trade shows, and my husband and I decided, oh, this might be more than a hobby. Like, we could probably go into this. And so we did what every normal person does. He quit his job. We sold our home. We had our third child. And in 4 days, we moved 4 hours away from family. Yay, we're going to do this business. And on top of that, I bought a long arm machine. And we're like, we're going to make this work. So that was almost 9 years ago. And wow, what we've been able to do in those 9 years. So it was hard, but it was good. So now, like the long arm teaching that I do, that was kind of I didn't even have that on the radar. Like I was saying earlier, I don't want to be a fabric designer. It's because I can't do more than I'm already doing now. So I'm like, I can only do so much. So we have the online business, and then with the teaching, that was definitely a thing I didn't have on my radar, but I've had so many awesome opportunities to be able to teach all over the world and the US. So
cool.
Anyway.
So what are you currently working on and designing?
Okay. Just a sec.
Ooh, sneak peek.
Sneak peek. Okay. So, that's all you can see. Anyway. It's a super cute pattern. I'm so excited about it. It'll probably be called Gypsy. I don't know. I'm still deciding. You have to name your children. And okay, so I did that. It took forever to piece. So I'm just letting people know that my designs take a little while to piece, but it's totally worth it. And then when I quilt it, I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. So I'm working on that right now. And then I also have like a customer quilt on the frames, and I did an hour of quilting today, which is good for me. So
there you go.
So what are your favorite techniques in quilting? I know you said intense piecing and long arming. Anything in particular?
Yeah, well, okay, so long arming right now, I'm really into the secondary design aspect, which is like a lot of ruler work. So yay. ruler work. This is what I use. It also, here, shameless self-promotion. Okay, so this is my second book, Secondary Designs, and all of the patterns and stuff in there based on ruler work. I really, really love straight lines, the geometric look, and all that kind of stuff. So
I love your stuff because you just add that second layer behind the block. It's like there's another dimensional aspect that you give to the quilt with the ruler work and giving you that secondary design. I like it. I got to get your next book. I don't have it yet.
Oh, well. We'll send it out. That'll be good. So it's a fabulous one.
So we're going to get into some of our quirkier questions. So we want to know, what are your 3 favorite foods? Like the ones you would take on a desert island. And I will say the previous people we've interviewed have just named entire restaurants. So feel free.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. Don't really want to eat all the time. However, I do love soup, which is any kind of soup, even when it's really super hot. And typically like a potato soup, which is kind of weird, but that's what I like. And then steak. So maybe I'll just bring a cow. I'd have to have someone there to butcher it. So let's see, steak, soup, and ice cream.
Oh, good choices.
Yep.
Totally good choices. We could hang out.
Thank you.
Like, I love soup year round too. So
yeah. Good.
I think I just ate ice cream just before this, so we're good.
Okay, so another weird question. So now that you're on this desert island, you of course have a yacht. What are you going to name your yacht?
Oh, okay. Well, so when I was thinking about my yacht, I first thought, well, definitely I wouldn't have gotten on the yacht because I get really seasick. So somehow I landed on this island without the yacht.
Okay.
I fell through the plane, came down, survived. Just kidding. What would I name a yacht? I really don't. Okay, I don't know. It's such a hard thing.
So Lynn and I are motion sick. So might I suggest landlubber?
Yes, that's perfect. See, and that's what I was thinking, because I'm like, really? I'm not going to name a yacht because I'm not going on it.
So what you're saying is that you're not teaching on any quilt cruise anytime soon?
I have talked to people who've been on them. I'm like, how are you? I mean, just the motion. I have been on a pier just eating at a restaurant, Ruby's Inn in California, and I had to leave my entire family. I'm like, I'm sorry. I am moving everywhere. You're all just stationed. It's like the weirdest thing. So, yeah. Cruises in my future.
No quilt cruise for Judy.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite non-curse curse word? Because I have children. I try to have good language around them, but sometimes sewing demands exclamations.
I say crap, holy crap, a lot. And then when I hear my children say it, I'm like, don't say that. It's terrible. So, and then every now and again, I have to like tell myself not to think the real word. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think mine's sugar and dang it a lot. So, and not everybody knows this, although I tell this story in guild meetings, but when I took the class with Judy, I had the unfortunate skill set to sew my finger during the class. So she'll never forget me. But here's Judy, the part you don't know. So I kept quiet about it, and you've got to know how close Pam and I are. I get home. I hadn't seen her. Where does she find out that I did this? From your blog.
I'm so sorry.
So she calls me up and she goes, why am I reading about you on Judi Madsen's blog?
Yeah, well, you know, the reality was, no, that's never happened to me in a class before. Because you're like, my finger is like stuck. And I'm like, well, what do we do? So we ended up like having to call the people, and they brought in an ambulance. And they didn't have the like Neosporin. That's what all you needed, right? So
exactly.
well, a quilter had it. So we're like, quilters have everything. They're prepared for everything. And the people that were supposed to help you out were useless. So it was an eventful moment.
It was like one of those, oh my God, are you serious? Like this just didn't happen. Yeah. So, and then of course, the selfies that Judy and I took together were with my finger wrapped. So it was like, it was me trying to keep not from bleeding, selfie with Judy. So it's one of those you'll never forget kind of thing. So.
That's all.
All right. So anything, Judy, that you listen to or watch? Pam and I, our show, a lot of it, we talk about what we're binge watching or, kind of pop culture stuff. Anything that you binge watch or listen to while you're quilting?
Okay, so while I'm quilting, it's usually music, and it has to be calming music. So I do a lot of movie scores. Like my Pandora station is my favorite one is James Newton Howard. Like all the wonderful, just because I'm thinking so much, I can't have like too much going on in my head. So film scores when I'm quilting. When I'm piecing, anything Jane Austen. So Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice. I mean, I just watch every version that I can find, and a lot of times or like dramas that not everyone wants to watch with me. So the other day I was watching Shadowlands. It's a C.S. Lewis story, and I was sobbing when Deborah Wingard passes away in the show, whatever. So that's what I do when I piece. I like to watch things that make me cry or nobody else wants to watch with me, and then calming music because I can't handle there's too much going on up here, so
So Downton Abbey and all those.
Poldark. Yeah, I only got through one season of Poldark. I was very upset. So it was too much drama, too much, but it was good.
Very cool. So Mr. Darcy will remember that.
Oh yes, Mr. Darcy. And okay, I just finished. So I've watched all of the shows, but I haven't read the book until just now, and I just finished Pride and Prejudice, and oh my word, it's so much better. Mr. Darcy is so much better in the book. So
there you go. Pam and I both are avid readers, so yeah.
Sweet, and that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not really reading Jane Austen these days though, so it's like the summer of mildly trashy YA books. Like, I better not let my husband see that I'm reading this thing with this teen girl on the cover, and he's like, "What are you reading?" Like, "Oh, don't worry your little head about it."
You have no worries.
It's that time of year. You read those things in the summer, so I think that's fine.
So, Judy, it's been great talking to you. Do you want to give out your social handles, websites, any new stuff that you have coming out? You mentioned your second book.
Oh, sure. Okay, so my second book, what's fun is my husband and I have one company. It's called Green Fairy Quilts. So greenfairyquilts.com. We have all the fabric, notions, whatever. I did recently launch my own website, which is judimadsen.com. Don't forget, it's Judy with the I, not a Y, because that makes me feel younger. And anyway, that's how I spell it, right? I have issues with my name. That could be like a whole new story. But anyway, yeah, I'll be adding new things. So like on my website, I'll have the thread that I use, the patterns that are coming out under Judi Madsen, and my books, DVDs. So I have some online classes with iQuilt, and I sell the DVDs for those classes on my website as well. So that, and then you can find me on Facebook just under Judi Madsen. So, and Instagram, whatever, all those places, too much going on. So
cool. Well, thanks for joining us, Judy. We are going to wrap it up for now and say bye to everybody.
Well, thank you. So fun to be here. You guys are awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us and letting us fangirl a little.
Ah, you bet.
And I saw where you're teaching at Paducah in the fall. So
that's right. I forgot. I am going there again. So yes.
Yes. So everybody should sign up for your classes because I think they're open now.
Absolutely. Yes, they're open. I believe you can go to AmericanQuilter.com or, and then click on Quilt Week and click on my name, and I'll be adding the links to all my social media places anyway. And I'm teaching 7 classes. So that'll be really fun. They're all hands-on, so hopefully no one will, sew their finger like you did.
Exactly. I can tell them which sewing machine to steer clear of. So.
Exactly, right? I know exactly where it is in the room, so it should be all right.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Judy.
You bet. Thanks for having me.